Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And welcome to our Casselton Lumber pregame show here today from Casselton from Valley Process Technologies Field. It is the Game 2 of day number 4 featuring the Haymakers of Casselton going up against the Jets of Fargo. And this is our Casselton Lumber pregame show as the Jets are taking their infield here. They will be the home team on the scoreboard. The Haymakers will be the visitors here today in Casselton. Here's what's at stake. A win for the Jets. They move on to tomorrow and would play Devils Lake in what would become a de facto semifinal round game. Then you would need to win that one to play Casselton in the championship. If Casselton wins, the Jets are eliminated. Then Casselton would have 2 games in hand against Devils Lake tomorrow, where they would play at noon in championship game number 1. And then if the Storm do beat the Haymakers, they would have to beat them again in game number 2. Otherwise, Casselton will be crowned champs. So Fargo doesn't know if they're going to play tomorrow compared to Casselton, who does. The Jets have their season on the line. Casselton, what's on the line is you can eliminate a team, and then you got 2 championship games if needed tomorrow. Otherwise, if they lose to the Jets, they would play the winner of Fargo and Devils Lake in a 1-game winner-take-all State A championship later tomorrow afternoon. That's what's at stake. When we come back after this, we'll hear from the coaches. We'll get to our starting lineup, so keep you apprised of what's going on in Park River. That and more still to come as we get you ready for a little Legion A State baseball again. Day number 4 here between Casselton and Fargo on your liveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, Thompson gets by Lemoore in the State B tournament, so Thompson will make their way to the respective championship. Well, they will await to see who they'll play as Park River Linton. Ashley Wishick is just about to get underway. The winner of that would play Lemoore in a winner comeback through the double elimination portion of the bracket to try to get to the championship upcoming tomorrow in Park River. So Langdon lost to Park River earlier today in 5-12 love. You had Linton Ashley Wishick over Renville County 7-5. Thompson gets by Lemoore 2-1, and then Park River and Linton Ashley Wishick currently about to get underway up in Park River for the State B. The State AA Tip of the cap goes out to West Fargo Patriots as they picked up the win over the Fargo Post 400 Jets as they won against Post 400 twice. Both teams making their way to Fargo to Starion Field to partake in the state AA championship. Is right now that rain coming to come down a little bit more, about the heaviest as it's been so far throughout the course of the day, so that'll make things a little bit slick here on the turf. We'll see what happens with more of it coming up. Knock on wood, don't see any lightning or anything of that nature, so it'll just be playing through some rain here to start with, and then from this standpoint, how much of it before you do call it if it needs to be called as well. But we're going to take a quick break, and we come back after this on our Casselton Lumber pregame report. We'll hear from the coaches. First up will be the visitors on the scoreboard. That's Mitch Shear. Then we'll hear from Mike Boutain of the Fargo Jets. It's all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening pitch today here in Casselton.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here on our pregame show with Casselton Haymakers head coach, that's Mitch Shear, as they will tangle with the Fargo Jets. And simply put, you're in the driver's seat here, Mitch, as you get ready for this one. And this interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Obviously, you know you're going to play tomorrow, but a chance to really have a game in hand with that second, a championship game if you can win. So what's the message to the guys after a really good performance yesterday and a comeback win against Devils Lake?
Message is the same. It's kind of a different thing with the bracket, but we still want to win this game, still got to win the game so we can get ourselves into be unbeaten, get into a 2-0 spot tomorrow. So that's what our message is. Let's keep the same, play baseball.
Take us through Jack Everson just yesterday. Came up with some timely hits. Obviously, that game-winning one, the 8th inning. What did you like from him, not just as a leadoff man, but particularly yesterday against the Devils Lake Storm?
I love Jack. He's a gritty player. He shows up every single game. He makes plays in the field for us. He's being at top of the lineup. He puts the ball in play, gets on base for us, and he's a good tone setter for us. So it was great to see Jack come through in those spots for us.
When you go through the Fargo Jets here, what's going to be a challenge typically when you go up against a Coach Mike Boutain team?
With Coach Boutain, his teams are always, they're going to throw strikes and they're going to make plays in the field. And if we make mistakes over the plate, they're going to hit the ball. So we know it's going to be a really good team we're playing, and we just got to be ready to show up and match their ability.
When you get ready for this one, just going into the contest, I guess, what's something from 3 days of baseball here in Casselton that you hope to take into, obviously, today against the Jets, and then tomorrow, how are the results going to shake out here?
That's kind of what we're doing all year. We're a gritty team. We don't roll over. We keep fighting, and some games we've fought back but have lost them, but so far in this tournament, like yesterday, a great example, we kept playing even though it was looking pretty grim for us through 6 innings, but we kept playing hard and we fought and we found a way to get the dub, and that's just what we got to keep doing.
And Mitch, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here today.
Thank you, Chase.
And again, Mitch Shear, head coach for the Haymakers, will continue with more of this interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? from office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Casselton. A little overcast kind of a day for some State A Legion baseball. And for the Fargo Jets, Survive and Advance is what the name of the game is here, going up against the Casselton Haymakers. Joining us from the Jets' perspective is their head coach, Mike Boutain, brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Mike, before we talk about Casselton, let's talk about that whale of a baseball game yesterday with Valley City, 11 innings, and a game that felt like it was never going to end. But what got you over the hump, do you think, in that 11-inning affair?
I think it's just willpower. The kids wanted it. We put them in spots that they can succeed, and you could tell, obviously, with last weekend, we had a similar situation where we had to kind of grind out extra innings, so we were familiar with that situation, and we put ourselves in, and they executed and they did what they needed to.
I know Carter would have liked to finish the game off in the 7th, but even though he had about 30 pitches in the 7th inning, he still did a really good job mowing guys down in the 8th, 9th, and respectively. What did you see from him going forward in extra innings?
Basically what we've seen all year. Carter's been one of our guys that we can count on down the stretch. It's a shame that we won't have him the rest of the weekend, but he did exactly what he's done all season, and for him, that's all I could have asked for.
What's going to be a challenge here against the Haymakers in a little bit?
Top of the order is really good. Same kind of situation we were in with Valley City, hoping to keep those guys at bay and only allow them to hurt us in specific ways that we hope they can. Other than that, we just got to keep playing good defense, keep throwing strikes with multiple pitches, and good things will happen to us.
The one thing here going up on the mound with Jack Nelson, I guess, against these Casselton batters will be what when he faces this Haymaker lineup?
Jack is a very emotional kid, and he is a fiery kid. The running joke that he gave me last weekend was he has a fireball inside of him. And so we got to keep that in there and not explode it all over our face. But I think Jack will do just fine. I told him to have fun, enjoy it, and have a good time, and hopefully good things will happen.
Hey, Mike, we hope the weather stays away. Good to see you. Best of luck here today against Casselton.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
And again, Coach Mike Boutain will continue with more after this here from Valley Process Technologies Field.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
This interview is brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. As you can see from our center field cam, it is raining here in Casselton and kind of has, since the Haymakers have taken their IO, about the heaviest it's been throughout the course of the day. Maybe just a slight sprinkle or two in our first contest with Devils Lake and Kindred, but nothing to this amount, which you could see on our center field camera. Just taking a look at the standing weather radar. Felt muggy enough without question that you felt like at some point there was going to be a pop-up shower here or there. It's just a matter of could you find a way to work through it. Nothing that has came through at this standpoint that is too torrential with thunder or lightning or anything of that nature. But on our radar, taking a look, there is some cells that are still, again, popping up across the eastern part, and they're just kind of making their way through. So part of this game could be a little slick. Other times might not have to worry about the rain at other times. Just kind of see how this materializes throughout the rest of the afternoon and into the current evening. The Jets on the season, 31 wins, 9 losses, while for the Haymakers, 19-16 on the year. The winner of this game, again, if it's Casselton, the Jets will be eliminated. We'll have Casselton and Devils Lake in a championship game number 1 tomorrow at noon. If needed, game 2 to follow. If the Jets win this game, then the Jets will play Devils Lake in a de facto semifinal round matchup, with the winner then to play Casselton in a winner-take-all championship following that, roughly at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So far in this particular tournament, the Jets pitching staff has been really good. 14 of 76 are the opponents batting against Jets pitching, which is an average of 184. So far, 22 innings of work. They've got 14 hits against 11 runs, 9 earned, 23 strikeouts, and 12 walks. Well, the Jets hitting hasn't been there. It doesn't help either that when you have a perfect game thrown against you. But the Jets 17 of 86 at the plate in this tournament in 3 games, batting 197 for the average, 11 runs driven in with 4 doubles and 1 homer. While for the Haymakers, their team pitching staff is giving up a 204 opponent batting average, 17 of 83 in 22 innings of work, 17 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned with 5 walks in that contest, and alongside 16 strikeouts. While team batting here for the Haymakers hitting pretty well, 285, again 285 at 24 of 84, 13 runs. You have 11 runs driven in, 7 walks, and 10 strikeouts here for the Haymakers so far as a team in terms of those respective numbers. Those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, as this again is our Casselton Lumber pregame show, as the lineup cards are being exchanged from both Coach Boutain and alongside Coach Shear here in this contest. Current weather conditions in Casselton going to be overcast skies. We've had the rain make its way through and continue to have a light sprinkle here in Casselton as well. Temperature just around 70 degrees. Wind blowing from the south as it has done, but not to the level of yesterday, blowing from the left to the right field fair, left to the right fair foul pole here today in Casselton. So that does it for our pregame show. Again, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. For the quality of lumber and materials you're looking for, or for rendering of your next project, get in contact with Ross and the crew at Casselton Lumber. You can do so by going to 701-347-4471. Stop in their store in Casselton, or give that number a call again at 347-4471. Here with Casselton Lumber. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. Starting lineups and the opening pitch, that's scheduled next, as they're talking with the respective umpires and coaches in this game. Not so much the field in terms of the turf, it's just more going to be about the footing, as the pitchers will take their mound and see how the footing is on this turf, as it's going to make things a little bit slick now with this rain that's still coming down here today in Casselton. We'll continue with more after this here on your LiveEvent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility, and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
As we come back here on your LiveEvent.com, it's Casselton and the Fargo Jets as we get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. For the Casselton Haymakers, they're going to go like this. Jack Everson, the batting leadoff shortstop. Again, Everson batting leadoff. Logan Broughton batting second, the left fielder, followed by Carter Maggio, the first baseman, batting third. Ryan Osmondstad, the right fielder, will be batting in the cleanup role. Keegan Peterson, the third baseman, batting fifth, with Grayson Lewis, the catcher, batting sixth. Bryce Mueller, the pitcher, batting seventh, with Aiden Thummel, the DH, batting 8th, and then Brody Kegley, the second baseman, batting 9th. Lucas Christensen in center field. Again, Everson, Broughton, Maggio, Osmondstad, Peterson, Lewis, Mueller, Thummel, and Kegley, with Christensen here in center field. The Haymakers head coach is Mitch Shear, with Nick Holm and Travis Jones. It's now time to take a look at the Fargo Jets in terms of their starting lineup here today, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Sam Chase will be batting leadoff for the second baseman. Colby Ebling, the shortstop, batting second. With Finn Bergset, the designated hitter, he'll be batting third. Eli Eminette, the first baseman, batting cleanup with Tate Barnacle. Tate Barnacle, again, will be batting fifth for the third baseman. Joyce in right field, batting sixth, with Harper Schultz, the left fielder. He'll be batting seventh. From there, you'll have the catcher with Jeremiah Beckham. Beckham here today will be batting eighth. Evan Felber, the center fielder, here batting ninth, and then the pitcher will be Jack Nelson. Nelson on the mound here today for the Fargo Jets. So one more time here for the Jets. It'll be Chase, Ebling, Bergset, Emineth, Barnacle, Joyce, Schultz, Beckham, Felber, and Nelson here today for the Jets. As the Jets take a look at their coaching staff, is Mike Boutain, also August Grothman, and Nate Sillerud here for the Jets. The Jets will be in their red tops here today, with Fargo across the front with the white numerals and lettering and the white pants. While for the Haymakers, similar colors in their color scheme, but they'll be in their all-white uniforms here in this one, with the black numerals and lettering outlined in red here in this contest. This is the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. Casselton is going to play in the championship upcoming tomorrow. Just a matter of who and when. The Fargo Jets, with the win, would play Devils Lake in a semifinal game then to get to the championship. If the Jets lose, the Haymakers then would play Devils Lake at noon tomorrow. So Casselton will either play at noon or 2 tomorrow, pending the result of this one. The Fargo Jets will definitely, if with the win, play at noon. If they lose, their season is done. Devils Lake also will play at noon for sure tomorrow, as they're waiting to see out of these two teams who they will play. That does it for our starting lineups. Again, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. The Jets at 31-9 on the season. Casselton at 19-16 on the year, as they have a ceremonial first pitch here in this one, going to the top of the mound here, as he will have his first pitch upcoming here in this one, part of this contest. And there it is for the ceremonial first pitch here in this contest. They're going to give him a quick little remake one more time, so he'll get a second toss. And there's a good one across the way, as we will take a quick break, and we'll come back with the opening pitch after this here from Casselton on yourliveevent.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Top of the first inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Casselton again with Everson, Broughton, and Maggio to appear going up against Jack Nelson. Nelson has yet to pitch here in this tournament for the Jets. Burke, Seth Felber, Beckham, Gebhardt, Joyce, and Gomez so far have pitched for the Jets. Casselton again, they have had, in terms of some extra base hits here in this one, they've had a triple with 3 doubles, batting .285 so far through 3 games. A comeback win over Devils Lake yesterday where they scored 3 runs in the 7th to tie the game and then get another run across in the 8th by Jack Everson with the go-ahead single in the top of the 8th inning to pick up the win for Casselton. As we get you ready for this one, our umpiring crew of Taylor Fuse, Cody Hughes, Eric Guler, and Nate Nowak here on the mound, where you can see it from our center field cam with the rain still making its way down here in Casselton. So thank you so much for tuning into our broadcast here, and we'll have at least one more game, if not 2 more tomorrow as well. We'll have coverage starting at noon tomorrow here on YourLiveEvent.com, and the State B making its way from 6 teams down to eventually 4, and then 3 and some after this game is all said and done for our elimination game up in Park River as well here that's currently going on this afternoon with Linton Ashley Wishick and also with them with Park River. Opening pitch here from Jack Nelson on the way at 5:39 here as he takes the mound, as this one will be delivered for a ball, and again first pitch is at 5:39. So Jack Everson at the plate so far here in this tournament, 4 of 9 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in with 1 walk. Here's the pitch on the way, the 1-0. That will be called a strike. It's 1-1. Schultz in left field with Felber in center. Joyce stands in right here today for the Jets. As we see the 1-1 pitch on the way. I'll bounce. Now it's 2-1. Beckham behind the plate with Barnacle at third base. Ebling at shortstop with Chase at second. And then Emineth stands at first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. I'll also make it a ball. It's 3-1. And just with the conditions again, all about how is the ball maybe slick. The glove also coming down and feeling comfortable when you're coming down on the mound and trying to step down respectively in a game like this as well. Here's the 3-1 offering on the way. That'll miss for a ball. It's a 5-pitch walk, and Everson is able to get aboard with a 5-pitch walk here, and the Haymakers get the first base runner of the game. Goes to Logan Broughton here coming up. Broughton so far in this contest, in this tournament that is, 4 of 11 with 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and a strikeout. As we'll see it here for Logan Broughton, the starting left fielder here today for the Haymakers. And a spot like this might be about putting the ball in play, seeing if you can have the defense slip, make a mistake on a wet ball, as so far for Jack Nelson trying to find a little rhythm on the mound with these conditions. He has thrown 6 pitches with 5 of them being a ball so far here for Nelson. 105 pitches maximum in a day here at the Legion Tournament. The 1-0 pitch, runners on a break for second. Here's the throw sliding in. He is out. Jack Everson caught stealing a perfect throw by Beckham. Chase applies a tag, and there's 1 down. And perfect throw from Beckham to Chase, as Everson was there unless it was thrown right on the money. And it'll be 2-0 on the way to Logan Broughton. So the Haymakers put a runner in play and a runner in motion as this one misses low. It's 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes here on the way to the number 2 batter here in the Haymakers lineup. The 3-0 pitch. This will be called the strike. It's 3-1. Carter Maggio due up next, and Ryan Osmondstad after that. Here's the 3-1 offering on the way. That'll work inside. Another 5-pitch walk for Jack Nelson. Another runner gets aboard here for the Haymakers. Carter Maggio now will dig in, the first baseman here for the Haymakers. Maggio so far 2 of 9 in the tournament with 3 runs driven in. Walked around, intentional walk yesterday with Devil's Lake as the Haymakers came back and picked up the come-from-behind victory against Storm, as this one will hit Maggio, and Maggio will take first base. So Broughton will go to second. Maggio hit by a pitch. He'll take first. All for the Fargo Jets, as we'll have our first meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. The Fargo Jets, a whale of a game against the Valley City Royals, in which the Jets were able to win 6-4 in 11 innings. Jets led by 2 after 4, then Valley City tied at bottom of the 7th. Jets put 4 runs across in the top half of the 11th inning. Tate Barnacle with 2 runs driven in, and then 2-run homer by Will Schwer cut the lead at that point to 6-4, and that's where it would remain for the remainder of the game. Valley City able to get the tying run to come up to the first base, and eventually the go-ahead run as well at that, with Trevor Fetch with 2 down with runners at first and second in the bottom half of the 11th inning before finally succumbing to Gebhardt. So 1 down right now with runners at first and second. Mike Boutin with that quick meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. If you're looking for an affordable spot with Kindred Storage, give them a call at 428-3121 for secure and easy access on the north side of Kindred. As we have now Ryan Osmondstad due up here, the right fielder. As Ryan so far 2 of 10 with a run scored, a run driven in, and a couple of strikeouts. Here's the pitch on the way. This will be called a strike. It's 0-1. So a walk, caught stolen base by Everson. Broughton with a walk, and then Carter Maggio with a hit by pitch puts runners at first and second base here for the Haymakers. The 0-1. This will be hit on the ground. The pitcher throws it across, and this one is going to be into right field on the throwing air. Coming in to scores will be Logan Broughton. Maggio will make his way to third, and the Haymakers have a 1-0 lead. So 1-0 lead here for Casselton, as Broughton will come in to score. Maggio goes first to third. Osmondstad will go towards second base here on the throwing air. And you get 1 run across so far here for the Haymakers, as you'll see it now with Keegan Peterson. That's a tough one there for Nelson on the E1, as he able to make a nice catch off the mound initially, set his feet, but then the throw just kind of sailed away from the first baseman there in Emineth on a low throw, and makes it now 1-0. Keegan Peterson, 4 of 12 so far at the plate with a run driven in, 2 runs scored, and a couple of strikeouts, and a chance to take an early 2-0, maybe 3-0 lead here, as this will work inside for a strike. It's 1-1. Corner infielders of Emineth and Barnacle are in, trying to take the runaway at home, while the Ebling and Chase at shortstop and second are back. Here's the 1-1. This will be hit up off the left fielder, as this will be a strike, as it's going to be now 1-2, as this one will go off the left ankle here of Keegan Peterson. Jets, it's all survive and advance. That's what the story of today is. Find a way through 5, through 7, or if you got to get to 11 games again. Well, for the Haymakers, if you win this game, you eliminate the Jets. You know your opponent in the championship, and you got a game in hand for what will happen tomorrow, where Devils Lake would have to beat Casselton twice to win the championship. So you'll see 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. That'll miss outside. Now 2-2 to Peterson. After Keegan here, Grayson Lewis and Bryson Mueller coming up here for the Haymakers. Haymakers, the lone team that's 3-0. Devils Lake now with 3-1 here in the tournament. The 2-2. This one will be now a full count at 3-2. So this is already the third 3-ball count here for the pitcher Nelson on the mound. Runner at third base is Carter Maggio. At second is Ryan Osmondstad. As the rain continues to come down here at Valley Process Technologies Field. 3-2 pitch upcoming by the righty Nelson. This would be grounded foul. And we'll keep it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As right now the Haymakers trying to see if they can put that second and third run across before the Jets can even come up to the plate and play with an early lead here in the top of the first inning. In this tournament, game number 2 today, but game 13 overall here in Casselton. Here's the payoff pitch. This would be hit up the third baseline foul. Just a matter of, are we going to play 14 or 15 total here in the tournament? That's going to be the question, barring the result of what this one has in store. Good baseball game between Devils Lake and Kindred moments ago. As Devils Lake won 7-5 in that matchup. The 3-2 again. This will be strike 3 looking, and Peterson is retired. There's one down. As Peterson is retired on an out. So we got a caught stealing and a strikeout for the 2 outs so far here in the first. Well, Grayson Lewis, the catcher, comes up to the plate. Lewis 0 for 8 so far, looking for that first base hit of the contest in his game. Also the first base hit of the tournament here for Lewis as well. As this one works inside for a ball, it's 1-0. As we'll see the 1-0 offering upcoming from Nelson. This would be across the plate for a strike. It's 1-1. Starting to let up just a little bit. Still rain coming down, but not as hard as it was when the first pitch came at 5:39. The 1-1, that'll hit him. Hit by pitch hasn't been much, but both have been hit by pitches regardless, as the Haymakers have bases full here. So Lewis stands at first base. At second will be Osmondstad and Maggio at third, and we get a courtesy runner now into the game here for the Haymakers. That'll be Nelson. It's Carter Nelson. Bryce Mueller, the opposing pitcher, now will come up to the plate. We've seen him in the designated hitter role throughout the course of this state tournament here for mid-year. Mueller, 2 of 9 with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts and a walk so far here for the Haymakers. Nowhere to put him, as the Haymakers looking for a bigger inning than just 1 run, as this one misses inside for a ball. Batter number 7 here of inning number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 called the strike. It's 1-1. Jets looking for win number 32 on the year, while for Casselton looking for win number 20. 1 ball, 1 strike here by the righty Nelson. This will be a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Well, for the Jets, Chase, Ebling, and Bursack, the Wake, top of the lineup, first time through to go up against Mueller. Mueller, that is. Here's the 1-2 offering. This will be jammed, fisted, popped up, foul, and this will be right in front of the Haymakers dugout. And we'll keep it at 1-2. Give you a prize of what's going on at the State B as well up in Park River right now in another elimination game with Linton HM with Linton Ashley Wishick and Park River. Here's the 1-2. Excuse me, check swing that goes right back to the pitcher. He'll fire it and throw it to first in time, so Nelson to Emineth to retire the side 1-3 on a put-up. There was 1 run on no hits, an error, and 3 runners left on base. We have played a half inning on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton 1, the Jets coming up to the plates.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Home Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Bottom of the first inning here on yourliveevent.com as we quickly get to an in-game update in Park River, where it's sunny skies in Park River for the moment. Scoreless bottom of the third between Linton, Ashley, Wishick, and Park River. That's an elimination game against scoreless in the third inning up at the State B tournament, as the winner of that contest will have Lemoore tomorrow. And then the winner of that would go up and play Thompson in a championship game. But that one is a good brewing one right now between Linton, Ashley, Wishick, and also Park River. In-game update brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Get in touch with Rod Erdman and the crew in Casselton. Take a look at this one. It will be Sam Chase with Colby Ebling and Finn Bergseth here for the Fargo Jets. Jets as a team batting 197 so far here as an average at State, while for the Haymakers as a pitching staff, opponents are batting 204 against the Haymakers. First time that we've seen Bryce Mueller pitch. We've seen Peterson appear twice. Boder yesterday finishing off 5 consecutive batters in the win for the Haymakers. Christensen and Carter Maggio, the 4 pitchers so far that have taken the mound here for the Haymakers. As we see it now, this will be chopped up the first base side, and this will be a foul ball. As both Mueller and alongside Chase had to give way a little bit on that one, it will be 0-1. Lewis behind the plate with Peterson at third base. Everson stands at short with Hagley at second, and Maggio up the first base line. Osmondstad at right, Christensen in center, and Broughton stands in left. As we'll see it here with Sam Chase, the second baseman. As Chase right now, looking for his second hit of the tournament, is 1 of 9 with 3 walks and 1 strikeout so far here for Chase in 3 days. The 0-1 works outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Jets again with potentially the game of the tournament. There's been a couple of them, but there's been some dandies here over the last couple days in Casselton. This will be hit in the air, a fly ball that'll go to the right fielder, Osmondstad, and the wind not howling as much in this game as we've seen prior ones where that could tail away to a base hit. So Chase is retired on the flyout, and there's 1 down. Bismarck Senators came back and defeated the Reps after being down 7-0. Saw Casselton and Valley City play a 1-run game back on Thursday. Yesterday there was just some good baseball with the Jets and Valley City going 11 innings. Devils Lake Casselton going 8 innings. There's just been some, again, high-quality play. 1 ball, no strikes here to Colby Ebling, the shortstop here for the Jets. The 1-0, that'll run in, and he gets hit. So the Fargo Jets will get their first base runner of the contest, as Ebling will get his third free pass of the tournament. As now it goes here to Finn Bergseth. Bergseth, the designated hitter, with a base knock yesterday. And then he came out of the game in Friday after pitching mano-a-mano with Mason Palmer for a majority of the game. As Finn Bergseth, the DH. Now we'll get his first crack against Mueller here. That's delivered a strike. It's 0-1. 350 to center. You got 325 down the left field line, just over 300 in right. As the miss continues to come down a little bit here, as this gets by Lewis all the way to the backstop. Ebling will scamper into scoring position as he will stay put at second base. As we see the 1 ball, 1 strike count upcoming here with Finn Bergseth, the designated hitter. As Finn is 2 of 10 in the tournament with 1 run driven in and a run scored. As Kegley trying to keep the runner close to second base now when Ebling. Tie and run, the 1-1. This one goes on the inner part, nearly hitting Bergseth. It's 2-1. Good block there by Lewis to keep it close and towards that home plate area to not allow to get by him. as the runner will take his leave off of second. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Mueller. This will be hit on the ground to the second baseman, Kegley. Kegley able to flip it across to Maggio, and there is 2 down. Going to third base will be Ebling, and Emineth has been the one guy that you don't want to leave something out across the plate for here for the Fargo Jets and what he's been able to do here in this tournament. 3 doubles so far, 4 of 9 with 4 runs scored and 3 runs driven in here for your cleanup batter. This will be a good pitch by Mueller, but missing for a ball. It's 1-0. After Eminent, then it goes to Tate Barnacle. Barnacle with a couple runs driven in here so far for the Jets in this tournament. This one jammed him. He's able to get it out to muscle it to right. That'll go to Osmondstad to retire this side. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We played an inning on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Casselton 1, the Jets scoreless as we head this second.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Top of the second inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. It'll be Thummel, Kegley, and Everson due up here for the Haymakers. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 batters again here for Casselton. Game that got underway just about 20 minutes ago here. As coming up to the plate will be Aiden Thummel here for Casselton. Chase Miller with you today from the Valley Process Technologies field. As for Aiden Thummel, taking a look at his performance so far, looking 1 of 5 with a run scored, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts here so far for Thummel at the state tournaments. So 8, 9, and 1. First pitch swinging is Thummel. That'll go foul. It's 0-1. As the Jets playing their 41st game of the season. Well, for Casselton, the Haymakers, this would be game number 36 of their campaign in the summer months. Can't believe already 3 days here into August. The 0-1. I'll miss for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Won't be too far from now where if you don't have your school supplies, you have to get them shortly. Also get ready for what the Labor Day weekend might have in store for you. With high school sports going to be around the corner. College sports as well. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Get to see some playoff MLB baseball. National Football League gets back in store. Always a fun time of the year as you turn the calendar over from August to September. Here's the 1-2. That'll work out of the zone. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson currently with 33 pitches and 34 pitches here on this one. So far through the contest for the Jets. That'll work in at the hands. It's 3-2. This will be the 4th 3-ball count here for Nelson. Part of the reason why the pitch count has continued to rise in a hurry. 3-2, swing and a miss, but Nelson does get the strikeout. That'll be his second on the mound, and there's 1 down here in the second. As now you get to Brody Kegley, the starting second baseman, due up here. As Kegley has been a really good table setter so far here for the Haymakers in this tournament in the number 9 hole. 4 of 9 with 2 runs scored and a run driven in. Kegley will take a strike. It's 0-1, then back to the top of the lineup with Everson. No balls, 1 strike with 1 down. As this will work for a ball, it's going to be 1-1. the 1-1 offering going to be laced up the left field line foul, and it's going to be 1 and 2. As we see a little makeshift tent almost underneath the grandstands here. A couple of gals have found where the stairs go up. Got some dry territory, as you see next to the backstop. The 1-2, that'll work inside. On Rains, find a way to stay dry in any capacity. Got the umbrellas out here today as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down here to the second baseman, Kegley, as Nelson with the pitch. Foul, and Kegley able to spoil another one here. This is one thing as you get deeper into a tournament, and as the Jets have played an extra inning, 11-inning game. Question becomes, who do you have left? You get 105 in a day, and then it's a matter of how many pitches you throw in that day for rest. As 2-2 is missed, it's 3-2. Guys who are already done are Berg, Seth, and Gebhardt, and Gomez as well, as they've thrown all 80-plus pitches for your respective rest days. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Did he go through the zone? They'll say he did not, and it's a walk. So Kegley able to take the 5th free pass here for the Haymakers as he will reach base on first. As there's a runner on with 1 down, now it goes to Jack Everson. First time through the lineup here for Nelson. An inning and a third, has yet to give up a hit. Has given up 2 hit batters, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts here for Jack. As we'll see Nelson right now work from the stretch as he takes a look back at the runner. Delivers a strike to Everson. It's 0-1. Jack was able to reach base on a 5-pitch walk to lead things off in the first inning here for the Haymakers. Then Beckham threw him out at second base. A quality throw to get Jack out with Chase applying the tag. 1 pitch just off the zone for a ball. It's 1-1. As Emineth holds the runner on and Kegley at first base. As he takes his lead. Here's the pitch. This will be foul back. It's going to be 1-2. I'll still got one more day here in Casselton. Park River will have one more, maybe 2, depending on what happens throughout the course of tomorrow. But 2 games for sure tomorrow in Park River with, if needed, game then on Tuesday. The 1-2 pitch going to be hit on the ground. Runner was breaking already for second as Nelson looked back quickly, and then Chase was telling him to just go over to first and get the out. So the swing almost works like a sac bunt for Jack Everson. 1-3 on the putout. Kegley into scoring position at second, and there's 2 down. And Logan Broughton with a walk and a run scored. The lone run of the game so far here for the Haymakers. Here's the pitch on the way by Nelson. As this one misses out of the zone, it's 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Broughton. State tournament began back on Thursday morning. Made its way through. Brought in Camp Perkins for part of the opening ceremonies. Here's the 1-0 pitch. We call the strike. It's 1-1 before she made her way down to Sturgis. You get to August, first week of the year. Already 85 years that they've had the Sturgis Rally. Here's the 1-1 pitch upcoming. There's Nelson with the delivery. On a work outside for a ball, now 2-1. And then this will make its way again through tomorrow, barring what weather has in store. The forecast very similar to what today was. Overcast, chance of rain throughout the course of the day. Just a matter of when the pop-up showers would come up. That's a strike. Check swing there by Broughton, but he went through. It's 2-2. He offered at it. As Kegley takes his lead off a second. 2-2 offering upcoming here by Nelson. Chase keeping him close at second. 2-2 works inside for a ball, and it's 3-2. 6-3 ball count here for Nelson so far on the mound here this afternoon. The payoff pitch upcoming from Nelson. That'll hit him. So Broughton will get a board for his second free pass of the game. It was a walk, and now this one will be a hit-by pitch. Goes to Carter Maggio here. So Kegley at second, Broughton at first. All the base runners so far here for Casselton have been because of a walk or an error. Just one error against the Jets to this point. Manja was hit by a pitch his last time up, stranded at third in the first, where the Haymakers left 3 aboard. As Nelson sees one. Maggio hits one on the ground to the shortstop. Ebling to chase 6-4, and that'll retire the side. There were no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played 2.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton won. The Jets coming to the plate scoreless.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
As we come back here, broadcasting from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. From banking to insurance, let Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency handle your requests. For more info, go online to kindredstatebank.com. That again is kindredstatebank.com. As we'll see it delivered a strike. It's going to be 0-1 on the way here for the Jets. Tate Barnacle, Jack Joyce, and Schultz. Mueller needed 11 pitches to get through the first inning. We'll see what he does here against the Jets in inning number 2. Works ahead on Barnacle. It's 0-2. That's for Barnacle. Himself a nice tournament so far. 4 of 10 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, and a walk. This will be hit on the ground to the third baseman glove there by Peterson. Throws it across. Maggio with the stretch in time. And there's 1 down. So 5-3 on the putout. As it'll be now to Jack Joyce, the right fielder. Quick update for you from Park River. Park River playing with a lead now over Linton Ashley Wishick. It's Park River 1, Linton Ashley Wishick scoreless in the top of the 5th inning. An elimination game at the State B tournament. This will you call a strike to Joyce. It's 0-1. Joyce 1 of 11 so far through 3 games. Batting from the left-handed side, has barreled a couple of them up. Just hasn't found the turf here. This will be 0-2. And then after that, Harper Schultz is due up next here for the Jets. No balls, 2 strikes to pitch. This will be hit in the air again, foul, and we'll keep it at 0-2. As you see this now for the Haymakers, Bryce Mueller looking for his first strikeout. 0-2 offering. Swing, foul tipped. No foul tip, excuse me, just wasn't complete, but they will make the throw down from Lewis. Lewis to Maggio, so there's the strikeout by Joyce. From here, almost looked like it was foul tip from the press box, but Lewis able to finish that one off at first base as there's 2 down. Now it goes to Harper Schultz here for the Jets. Schultz so far in this tournament, 3 of 10 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in. As there's 2 down here, bottom of inning number 2 here for Fargo. Mueller with the pitch. He'll miss outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The Jets put 4 batters to plate. A 1-out hit by batter was stranded over eventually at scoring position, as this one also misses for a ball. It's 2-0. Ebling was stranded at third in inning number 1. 2-0 on the way here from Mueller to Schultz. Good spot, but that'll be inside. Now 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes on the way. As we'll see it, it'll be called a strike at 3-1. Jeremiah Beckham, the catcher, due up next if Harper Schultz can get aboard here. Here's a 3-1. Called the strike. That makes the count full at 3-2. For Mueller, this will be his first full count against a Jet batter. 3-2 going to be hit on the ground to the shortstop, Everson. Everson makes the catch across the diamond in time, 6-3 on the putout. So the 3-up, 3-down second inning here. We play 2 complete on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton leads by a run.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Top of the third inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller with you as it's, again, an overcast, drizzly kind of a baseball game here for the Haymakers and the Jets so far, as the Haymakers will send Osmondstad, Peterson, and Lewis, 4, 5, and 6 batters due up here for the Haymakers in inning number 3. Last time we had a 10-run rule was in the opening day, where 3 of the 4 games were 10-run ruled. After that, the games have been close. A 6-run win for Devils Lake over the Jets, and then also 8-2 win for Kindred over the Senators. That's been the widest margin since, has been 6. A lot of 2-run, 1-run style of ball games. First pitch swinging as Osmondstad. Ebling throws it across the diamond, 6-3 on the putouts, and there's a 1 down. Here begin things up in the third as it goes to Keegan Peterson. Peterson with a strikeout his last time up, worked the count full. One of 2 strikeouts so far for Nelson. Nelson now with 54 pitches and 7 outs for the Jets. And so we'll look for a quick inning or two. Give credit to the Haymakers, and they've worked counts so far here against Nelson to get that pitch count up. As this is called a strike, it's 0-1. And 105 pitches throughout the course of a game. It's a matter of how effective can you be in those 105 pitches to move along past 5, 6, and 7 innings potentially. Check swing makes it now 0-2, and something Nelson was unable to do consistently in the first 2 innings, get ahead of batters. 1 pitch, 1 out to Osmondstad, and now Peterson falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Jack. This would be jammed, popped up. Ebling is there as he will make the catch in center field. There's 2 down. 4 of the last 5 batters retired here by Nelson. 3 straight as it goes to Grayson Lewis. He was hit by a pitch his last time up in the first, and Nelson came in and courtesy ran for him. As Nelson from the stretch. We'll see it here. He delivers a breaking ball for a ball. It's 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, 8, 9, and 1 batters due up here for the Jets. Beckham, Felber, and Chase. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A work out for a strike. It's 1-1. As Nelson has the 1-1 offering. No miss for a ball. It's now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the way here to Jack Nelson. On the way here to Grayson Lewis. As Lewis takes one off the plate, it's going to be 3-1. Nelson nimbling around the zone here for Lewis. As Lewis is trying to get aboard for his second time here in the contest. The 3-1 pitch taken on the way, works the strike. It's now 3-2, so make it the 7th full count here by Nelson. There's the payoff pitch on the way to Lewis. High chopper. This would be towards the shortstop. Ebling comes across diamond in time. 6-3 on the putout. All 3 outs went to Ebling at short. 3 up, 3 down. 2.5 complete on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Casselton leads by a run.
Baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
As the rayness came back a little bit more here on YourLiveEvent.com, some more pop-up showers just kind of making their way through it. Taking a look at the radar, nothing of severe notes here in and around Casselton, Fargo area. Just some annoyance if you're a fan out there. Having to deal with some spotty showers that are just making their way through. And then also as a player and an umpire, having to play through this a little bit here today in Casselton. Jeremiah Beckham, Evan Felber, and then from there back to top lineup for Sam Chase. For Bryce Mueller, 2 innings of work, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He's just left 1 on. That was Ebling on a hit-by pitch all the way to third base back in the first. So for the Haymakers, right now playing with the lead against the Jets through 2.5. What's at stake one more time for the Jets as it's 1-0 here to Jeremiah Beckham. Lost, the season is done. Beckham with his first start here of the state tournament, as this will be missed for a ball. It's going to be 1-1. Excuse me, a foul ball. It's 1-1. Jets lose this game. Their season comes to a close. If they win this game, they can play again tomorrow. That's just about how much you can play tomorrow, as the Jets need to win 3 consecutive games here to make it and win the championship in State A. Well, for the Haymakers, the 1-1's going to be hit in the air. That's down for the first base hit for either club of the game, thanks in part to Jeremiah Beckham here as he stands at first. Inside out swing by Beckham. He's able to get aboard as we'll have a courtesy runner coming in. Number 21, Tate Grandy. Grandy, number 21 coming in here for the Fargo Jets. So Grandy will come on here as you'll see it now with Evan Felber. See what the play is put on for Coach Boutain with a guy like Evan Felber at the plates. 2 of 9 with a run driven in and 2 runs scored, also just with the turf and the conditions. Put the ball in play, maybe do some small ball variety. That's what he's trying to do. Popped up. This one goes foul. It's 0-1. Casselton, they can lose this game. They're still playing tomorrow. They're the only team that went 3-0 through the first 3 days of the tournament. So even with the loss, the Jets and the Haymakers could play one more time, but if they were to meet again, it would be a winner-take-all championship. Devil's Lake is playing tomorrow. The Haymakers are playing tomorrow. Just a matter, are the Jets or will they be eliminated? As the 0-1 pitch is upcoming, looking to bunt. Good bunt. Barehanded, and this one will not be in time. As having it come up there was Maggio, and that will be Grandy goes to second base, and Evan Felber is able to reach base. That'll be the error on the pitcher as Maggio had to climb the ladder, as you'll see runners at first and second right now, as it goes back to Sam Chase. So Chase will come up to the plate. The Jets with 2 runners on, nobody out, bottom of the third. Maggio playing in to take any bunt away potentially. Chase is squaring a bunt as Lewis has to stretch behind him to avoid that from going to the backstop. 4 batters in the first. He had a 3 up, 3 down second. Batter number 3 so far here in the third. Leadoff single by Beckham. The first time the Jets got a leadoff batter aboard. You get a Evan Felber to reach base on an error. Some decent wheels on the base pass here for Fargo. The 1-0 pitch also missing. It's 2-0 as Maggio is hard charging down the first base line, trying to take that bunt and get the lead runner in Grandy out at third if it comes towards his way. As we'll have a quick meeting on the mound here, brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. So we'll talk it over and just kind of the defensive alignment on what they want to do. Also for Bryce, trying to get back to the rhythm that he found in the first and the second inning as well. Just give him a chance to kind of find that landing area a little bit with the rain and the turf here today in Casselton. Meeting on the mound brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. For storage units on the north side of Kindred that are affordable, secure, and have easy access, call Kindred Storage at 428-3121. That's 428-3121. Casselton with 1 run across that came back in inning number 1, thanks in part to Logan Broughton to score. That has been the difference so far, and that was on a throwing error by Nelson. As he threw it to first, got away from him as Ryan Osmondstad was able to reach. Logan Broughton came in from second base. Carter Maggio went first to third at that time. Haymakers would eventually leave the bases loaded in the first inning. But the Jets are threatening here in the bottom half of the third. 2 balls, no strikes. Chase looks to bunt. He will take a strike. It's 2-1. Good breaking ball outer part of the plate there by Mueller, as he gets his first strike of the at-bat. As Mueller looks back, Everson, the shortstop. This will work for a strike. It's now going to be 2-2. Chase was thinking that one was on the inner parts, not on the plate, but on the inner part of maybe more of the batter's box. But now it'll be 2 balls in, 2 strikes. Maggio will still play even with the bag at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Mueller sees this one foul tipped, and Chase stays alive here at 2-2. Once the Haymakers come back up in the top of the fourth inning, it will be the bottom third of Mueller, Thummel, and Kegley, 7, 8, and 9 for the Haymakers due up in the fourth inning. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Mueller looking for his second strikeout. Sam Chase trying to put the ball in play here and see if the good things can happen. 2-2 hit down the left field line, but that'll be just a foul ball. A little bit closer than you thought on the original shot as that one went down the left field line. About 5-6 feet away from being a fair ball, as they will get a player out there to collect it. And a bat boy here for the Fargo Jets. We'll be back to business here at 2-2. As Bryce Mueller, we'll see the 2-2 pitch. This one will miss slow for a ball. It's 3-2. This will be the second full count here for Mueller against the Jets batter. The first was by Harper Schultz back in the second. Harper Schultz with the lone home run so far here for the Fargo Jets. The 3-2 pitch. This will be hit up the third base side. Foul in this tournament again for Harper Schultz. Good battle right now, especially after Mueller was looking to see if Chase was going to bunt and fell behind 2-0. Delivered a couple of strikes that Chase took, a breaking ball in the outer part, a fastball in the inner part. Chase has fouled a couple of them off. 3-2 pitch, breaking ball inside. It's a walk, and Chase wins that battle. Base is full here for the Jets in the third with nobody out. As runner at first base again is Chase. So Grandy stands at third, Felber at second, Sam Chase over at first, and now it goes to Colby Ebling. Hit by pitch his last time up in inning number 1. Jets looking to get the tying run and go ahead run in here in the bottom half of the third inning. Mueller. We'll see this one go foul. It's 0-1. So a single by Beckham to right. Grandy came in to courtesy run for him. Felber reached base. Throwing error by Mueller, and now Sam Chase earned the walk to load the bases here for the Jets. The 0-1 pitch. This will be hit in the air. That'll go to center. Christensen on his horse, and Christensen on one hop, and that one will go all the way over and towards the wall as well. So it'll be a ground rule double on the way. 2 runs will come in to score, and the Jets have taken their first lead. It's 2-1. So Grandy comes in to score. Felber comes in to score. Chase goes first to third, and Kobe Ebling able to get the base hit. That's the 5th double of the tournament here for the Jets as they take a 1-run lead, and still nobody out here. Batter number 5 of the inning with Finn Bergseth. It's been about as close as our center field camera has been to getting hit here this tournament. Is that one hop to wall across the way? It's going to be now 1-0. Infield will come in here for the Haymakers. As Mueller fires on one that misses inside. It's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. As infield again comes in here for the Haymakers. I'll work outside for a ball at 3-0. A single air walk and a double. What can Finn Bergseth do to add to this here for the Jets? .30 pitch upcoming here from Mueller. Mueller able to throw one across. Makes it now 3-1. Game that gun underway at 5:39 here, about 50 minutes old. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the 3-1 pitch as the rain continues to fall. I'll work outside for a walk. And bases are full yet again here for the Jets in the inning. Eli Emineth is the man from a Fargo perspective you would like at the plate in a situation like this. Someone who can barrel up a baseball and try to let it ride somewhere. Trying to make it a bigger crooked number here for the Jets while the Haymakers are still looking for that elusive first down at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eminent first pitch, they get one there. A chance for 2 at first. They do in time. What a play. Kangley to Maggio, and Bergseth is retired at first, and Eminent hit one on a bullet, but it's a double play. Line drive on a 4-3 twin killing. That could be your play of the contest right there. As now there's 2 down here in the 3rd. Tate Barnacle with a ground out trying to pick him up here now for the Jets. Well, Mueller one good pitch away from minimizing the damage to just 2 in the inning. As Mueller sees this miss for a ball, it's 1-0. The infield came in. That got to Kangley in a hurry. Kangley then had the wherewithal to make the catch and also see the runner at first was making his way towards second. This one is a hopper that goes underneath the glove of Peterson, picks it up, and then Peterson is safe. Now the runner's going to scamper to third base here from there with Maggio with nobody covering third. So Maggio didn't have the foot on the bag as he made the catch and then tried to back his way towards first base. So Barnacle is going to reach base. Coming in to score will be Chase. Ebling goes to third, and now it's going to be a 3-1 contest with runners at the corners. As you'll see it now, Barnacle able to reach base. As it goes to Jack Joyce, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. This one smothered by Lewis. It's 1-0. Going back to that chopper, Peterson had it, bobbled it for a moment, then threw it across to Maggio. And I wonder if Maggio just thought on the bobble that a throw wasn't going to come across. His foot was not on the bag. By the time he caught it, he had to step on it, and that allowed Tate Barnacle just an extra step. This one goes to Kangley. Kangley goes across the diamond this time. Able to get the runner, but the damage is done for the Jets as they leave 2 on. There were 2 errors in the inning, 2 hits with 3 runners across. As we play 3 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Jets lead it by 2.
It's a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Here on yourliveevent.com, Fargo Jets 3, Casselton 1 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as we take a look at what's going on in Park River right now. Linton, Ashley, Wishick, and Park River. Casselton Lumber in-game update. Top of the sixth inning, Park River leads Linton, Ashley, Wishick 5-1. So if Park River does advance and win that contest over Linton, Ashley, Wishick, they will have a date with Lemoore tomorrow, with the winner then to play Thompson in the championship. That's an in-game update and a look at the State B, brought to you in part by Casselton Lumber. Whether you're looking for lumber, windows, or more, you can check it all at Casselton Lumber at 701-347-4471. Give them a call for a rendering of your next project, again at 701-347-4471. As you see it here with Bryce Mueller, as Mueller will hit one foul. He's 0 for 1 so far. For Jack Nelson, 64 pitches now thrown. Mueller, Thummel, and Kangley here for Casselton. Top of the fourth inning. Casselton, as it stands coming into this game, does have a game in hand. They can lose and still, again, play tomorrow, as they will play in the championship. Jets with their back to the wall with one loss already. As we'll see the 1-1 pitch upcoming. This will be hit on the ground. That'll go to the third baseman. Barnacle throws it across low, backhanded, and stretched by Emineth in time. 5-3, nicely done by Eli over at first. As there's a one down. And Thummel 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging back in inning number 2. The Jets are to the point where they got to win here, then they got to beat Devils Lake, then try to beat whoever with Casselton after that and see what they got left for pitching. As again, Nelson will try to go as far as he can, and you get to days like this, you pretty much just leave whoever is out there, and you say, it is yours for it. The 0-1 once you get to a point like this. Swing and a miss by Ian Thummel. As the rain continues to come down here in Casselton. This, excuse me, almost bunt, but that was off the bat as Thummel will take a strike. It's going to be 0-2. The only good thing about the rain, it's coming pretty much straight down. Not so much if you're a fan where coming into your face or anything of that nature with the wind. As the rain has came, the wind has kind of settled down a little bit from what we've seen throughout the weekend here in Casselton. Here's the 0-2 on the way from Nelson. Work outside for a ball at 1-2. Minor high school football gets underway August the 22nd in the state for 9-man and 1A, AA, and AAA the week after. This will be hit foul. We'll keep it at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Volleyball will get underway after Labor Day. I'm going to talking with Matt Fetch, one of the assistant coaches for Valley City. With the North Dakota High School Activities Association, we were talking that this is going to be a ball that goes right off of our home plate umpire, as he's going to wear it right on the left wrist. So now it's going to make it 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here, as we'll allow a little extra time for the home plate umpires. That one's gonna hurt. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Nelson threw a fastball on the inside that got by Beckham. That was one of those where maybe it might have been able to nick the respective pitcher. So he's trying his best from the home plate umpire here to walk it off, as he will take some time. I'm talking with Matt Fetch again with the NDHSAA. Talked about how already on Monday, tomorrow, golf practice already begins, and then they'll have meets later this week. So we're not talking weeks, we're talking days here for when girls golf will officially have their first meet, so that's not too far away. Cross country, similar story. Well, they will kind of get going here shortly for their first practices and then to their respective meets to eventually get to the Buffalo City and Jamestown for the state tournament. Volleyball coming up here in the fall. 3 divisions. That'll be in Bismarck for state in November. The Dakota Bowl, as always, for many a year now in consecutive fashion at the Fargo Dome. As Beckham and our home plate umpire having a little conversation behind the plate, talking that one over and just trying to keep it loose a little bit here. As we'll see the 2-2 upcoming. 2-2, that'll miss. It's now going to make it 3-2. Full count on the way here to Aiden Thummel, the designated hitter. A 3-2 pitch again. This will be hit on the ground. That goes to third baseman, backhanded by Barnacle. He lost it, but at 2 hops, and this one can't be picked up by Emineth over at third base. So the throw by Barnacle was a 2-hopper to Emineth, who couldn't pick that one up. So that'll be an error on the third baseman. The second one here by the Jets, and reaching base will be Thummel as they bring the tying run to the plate here with Brody Kegley. Kegley worked the count. His last time up, earned a walk, and was stranded at second base in inning number 2. As this is about as hard as the rain has came down at a particular time here, and I think the umpires are going to talk it over currently with how hard the rain's coming down again. It's about the heaviest that we've seen it. Not much wind to speak of. It's just a nice little deluge currently, and this is a situation where you really don't want to have a team lose because of the elements if you can. The turf here does a nice job of absorbing the moisture, but at some point it kind of becomes a slip and slide track as well once you get a little bit too much precipitation on this track. And more so for the pitcher as well, who's got to make that step through coming towards home plate consistently. Take a look at our radar again, just some pop-up showers as they're going to send the teams back to their respective dugouts. So mark this down, 6:38 is when we'll start our rain delay. So 6:38 here for our rain delay currently here in this one, as the home plate umpire will talk it over with both Mike Butane and alongside with head coach Mitch Shear. This isn't because of lightning, not because of thunder, anything of that nature, just the rain that is coming down. And it's been a pretty consistent raindrop from the start, even the Haymakers doing their I.O. Prior to that, when the Jets were out there, it was just misting. Then when the Haymakers got out, it was the hardest rain, but this has been about the hardest precipitation that we've seen so far coming down here, as you can see it from our center field camera currently coming through, and probably get a better view even here, just kind of what the track looks like currently here in Casselton. So we'll step aside here for a minute or two. We'll come back. We'll get a little mini in-game update in terms of a recap of where we are. Runner at first base again is Aiden Thummel. 3 1/3 innings pitched so far from Jack Nelson. We'll continue with more after this here in Casselton.
Legacy Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Legacy Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, it's official. We're in a rain delay that'll be about a half hour currently. Obviously, we'll see what these showers and this pop-up rain can kind of do over the next half hour, and then see what the playing surface is, and then it's up to the umpiring crew to say if it's playable, deemable, wait a little bit longer to see how everything shapes itself out. So let's recap what happened so far, and then we will pitch it back to our coming up rain delay slide and recap what happened earlier here today as well. Earlier today, Devils Lake defeated Kindred by a final of 7-5. Kindred scored the first 2 runs of the game, but the Storm would score the next 7 in the first and the second. Kindred did chip away in the third and the fourth inning and eventually bring the tying run up to the plates, but then a double play here by Stanley Belaski to finish the game off in the 7th inning allowed the Storm to keep their season alive as they will play at noon tomorrow. Just a matter of who they will go up against. Well, Heilman picks up the win, 6 innings of work, 6 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Well, for the Jets here in Casselton, the Haymakers scored the first run of the game in the first inning as Logan Broughton was able to get a run in. And so far there's been 6 free passes for Nelson on the mound, but he has yet to give up a hit. There have been a couple errors, and the throwing error was able to allow Broughton to come in the first. The Jets able to put 3 runs up in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3 runs on 2 hits, a couple errors, and 2 runners left on base. And in doing so, Colby Ebling was able to get a big double across the way here for the Jets and bring in a couple runs as they currently lead it 3-1 here in the top of the 4th. So Bryce Mueller grounded out. Thummel was able to reach base on an error, and that's where it currently stands right now with Nelson and Bryce Mueller on the mound. So what we're going to do is go back to a coming up slide here in a moment. We will about 6:55. About 6:55, we will come back and give you another quick update once we hear anything more. And then a reminder still to come in Park River. You'll also get to the State B Legion Tournament as currently right now Ashley Wishick and Park River in that contest. It's the top of the 7th inning, and it looks like Park River is just moments away from getting by Linton Ashley Wishick as Linton Ashley Wishick's down to their final outs. Park River looking to make a pitching change. It's 5-1 Park River, top of the 7th inning. And if Park River can hold on to that win, they would make their way and play against Lemoore in a loser-out game tomorrow. We'll step aside here in about 10 minutes, get you another update from Casselton. Again, currently a rain delay that started back at 6:38. They made it a half-hour delay, so if you go by math, around 7:08, 7:10, once we hear more than likely. But currently right now, we're in a rain delay as we'll step aside. The Jets lead by 2 as we're in the top of the 4th inning. As we come back here, as you can see from our center field camera, still raining here, not as heavily as it was before we took a break, but still enough rain that's made its way through here in Casselton. The rain delay started back at 6:38. Again, 6:38. They said it's going to be a half hour, so around 7:08, 7:10, when the umpires will make their way. They'll reassess the field, make sure it's playable, and then from there, we'll get a call to resume the game here in the top of the fourth inning, or we'll get another delay, and then you start taking a look at the weather forecast as well and just kind of see the different options of what it kind of all has in store. But right now, currently still in a weather delay holding pattern currently. We'll pitch it to a break, and then from there, we'll go back to our coming up slide, give you about another update in about another 10 minutes from there. So about, again, another 10 minutes from now, we will give you one more update, if not prior to then, if we're back in session. But around 7:08, when the umpires will come back out, they will reassess the field, see how everything kind of works. Currently, Mitch here right now on the pitching mound, just kind of seeing where those guys would step and throw from off the rubber. So that and more still to come. We'll let you know about it here as we're currently in a delay. It's the Jets and the Haymakers with a 2-run lead here for Fargo, with the Haymakers going to run around at first when we return here on your LiveVent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, the rain has subsided, at least in terms of how hard it was previously coming down. Maybe just a little bit of a light sprinkle currently. Again, the 6:38 was the rough start when rain delay started. Said it was going to be at least a half-hour delay. They've done some work both on the mound and at the plate, kind of adding some sand to get the traction going a little bit here. So at the current juncture, we're just on the umpires of when they come back onto the field, as this is going to be at the situation of, again, just when the umpires come back, and then from that particular point of what they will say and make sure we're good to play baseball. Field looks good, and then we'll continue this game. And once this game does resume, matter of do any more pop-up showers or anything from a rain delay pop up one more time, or can we just get through this particular contest before any more showers do come up? And when you look at the radar, just a matter of where these little scattered showers at times make their way through here in Casselton. But good first real world problems to have when it comes to a turf. You don't have to worry about diamond dust, tarping, anything of that nature. Just making sure you come back out, get the traction in the footing as good as you can, and then hopefully, like anything else, you just don't have to worry about the rain when it comes to a severe thunderstorm that makes its way as well. As we continue with more after this here on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, currently still in a rain delay here on YourLiveEvent.com. We're back with more after this here in Casselton.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Well, good news. The umpires are making their way back from and onto the field here. So as they will make their way to the field, they will take and do their due diligence to make sure everything looks kosher and is good to be playable. And then we'll get back to the resumption of the game. The question becomes, in any time a situation like this, about a half hour now and counting, how is Jack Nelson, who was the starter on the mound, in terms of him? Same thing for Bryce Mueller as a pitcher, going forward and what, if any, changes are to be made or will be made for these coaches as well. But let's get to a Casselton Lumber in-game update here. A final in Park River. Park River does defeat Linton Ashley Wishick 5-1. So here's the matchups tomorrow on yourliveevent.com at the State B in Park River. Elimination contest at 1:30, Park River against Lemoore. Then the winner will go to the championship game against Thompson at 3:30. If there needs to be a second championship game, that'll be Tuesday at 1:30 if needed in Park River for the State B. Here at the State A, if the result holds as it is now, the Jets would play Devils Lake at noon tomorrow, with the winner to play Casselton following that in the championship. If Casselton could come back and defeat the Fargo Jets, we would have our first championship game tomorrow at noon between the Haymakers and alongside with them with Devils Lake, and then if needed, championship game number 2 would follow after that as well. So that's the latest results that we currently have right now in terms of both a B, where we currently sit here in A. Double A, the West Fargo Patriots defeated Fargo Post 400 yesterday, not once but twice, to win the state Double A championship in Williston. So the Fargo Jets are taking the field, as we will get ready to continue and have some more baseball here. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we'll continue with more after this. Bryce Mueller was retired. You saw Aiden Thummel reach base on an error, and it still is Jack Nelson. Nelson is back on the mound as he will take some warm-up pitches here. We'll let you know about it more after this here on yourliveevent.com. That's a Casselton Lumber in-game updates.
Planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, the center field cam, a little deluge, a little wet, but still obviously serviceable out in center field here from Valley Process Technologies Field. Let's get back to business and to the order of what you're all in store for, which is a little baseball here. So the Jets and the Haymakers, again, runner at third base is Aiden Thummel being held on by Emineth. The rain delay started at 6:38 when the umpire said we are calling it. With that rain that came down, and the pitch resumption is at 7:14 for that rain delay. So definitely over a half hour from when we started, about 36 minutes or so, as this one will be 0-1 upcoming here to Brody Kegley. Kegley with a walk his last time up. This one works outside for a ball, as it's now 1 ball and 1 strike here for Kegley. Now the question will be moving forward then when Casselton, if their pitcher and Bryce Mueller will come out on the mound here for the Haymakers after the little over half-hour rain delay, as this one works outside for a ball, 2-1. First pitch at 5:39 earlier this afternoon after the hour 43 Kindred Devils Lake game, with the Storm picking up a 2-run win over Devils Lake. The Storm picking up that 2-run win over Kindred, that is, as it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. As you have the left fielder Schultz, Felber still in center with Joyce still in right. Emineth, as we mentioned, at first. Chase at second. Ebling at short with Barnacle at third. Runners in a break. Here's a hit and run opportunity. This is laced down the left-hand side, and it's a base hit. So Thummel able to get aboard. Kegley flips one the other way, and that's the first base hit of the game here for the Haymakers. As now it goes to Everson here at the top of the lineup. So you'll have Thummel at second base. Kegley stands at first. First into the game here comes for the Haymakers. As now it goes to Jack Everson going up against Jack Nelson on the mound. Here's the pitch. That'll work outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Everson is 0 for 1 at the plate with a walk and caught stealing back in inning number 1. As the Haymakers trailing it by 2 here, top of the 4th. This will be also a ball. It's 2-0. Beckham behind the plate, catching Jack Nelson. So 2 balls and no strikes here. As Nelson has a 2-0 pitch. Called the strike. It's 2-1. When the Jets come back up to the plate in the bottom half for the 4th inning, it'll be Joyce, Schultz, and Beckham, the 6, 7, and 8 batters due up here for the Jets. 2-1 pitch. High hopper. This one over the pitcher. Ebling comes and fires, throws in time for the out. That was kind of an old Baltimore chop, if you will. Ebling makes a sensational play. There's 2 down, and you get runners now in scoring position for Logan Broughton. Really nice play by the shortstop to rob Everson of an infield single, and there's 2 down. As you see, Logan Broughton has reached base twice on a walk and a hit by pitch and scored back in the 1st inning, the lone run of the game to this point for the Haymakers. Here's the pitch. Broughton jammed, popped up into short center field, and coming over is Felber to retire this side. There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played 3.5 today. Here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Jets lead it by 2.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Bottom of the 4th inning here on YourLiveEvent.com as you can't make it up. As you start back play, the rain comes back here one more time. And again, and not in terms of anything that they haven't played through already. The question becomes, if you delay it again, do you just call it a day, so to speak, here, or do you try to get anything in? Because you delay it one more time, it's at least another half hour. So now we're going to be talking about after 8 o'clock, if that is the case. But I think everybody here wants to find a way to get this game done. Let these 2 teams play their hearts out and then see what you have in store tomorrow for 2 games, which tomorrow, similar situation when it comes to the weather of up and down situations going forward. So Joyce, Schultz, and Beckham. This one just going to be bunted up the third base line. Barehanded on the way, backhanded, and it's going to be an infield single on the way. Then making his way towards third base is going to be Joyce. And he will slide in on that one. Schultz, excuse me, on that one. So Schultz is retired. Able to get the single followed by the error on the play. Single and an error on the play to allow the runner to get into scoring position as it's with Hunter Schultz. As now you see with Jeremiah Beckham. And still here with Bryce Mueller on the mound. So put the ball in play. See what can be in store with you afterwards. That's what they were able to do here. Here's the pitch on the way to Beckham. This will be hit in the air down the right field line. There is Osmondson makes the catch. Runner and Schultz going to tag up from first to make that second to third. A productive out here for the Jets, and there's 1 down. Now goes to Felber here for the Jets with the runner 90 feet away to try to see if he can bring him in. I like the thought of camera workers here, and also some fans have kind of taken some little spot behind the grandstands there, underneath the grandstands, to stay in a warm but also dry spot, as it's going to be 0-1 just over the mound to your left as you see it from our center field camera. And ball's in a strike, still with overcast skies here today in Casselton. One down, runner at third is Schultz. This is a fly ball hit in the air down the left field line, and that's going to be caught by the left fielder by Broughton. Made a slip and slide catch and left, but it will be a sacrifice fly as Felber able to drive in the run. So Schultz comes in to score. That'll be his first scored run of the game for him, as now a 4-1 contest here for the Jets. So the Jets will take the out for the run, and now nobody on as it's fresh for Sam Chase. And this will be bottom of the lineup here for the Jets. They've done the damage. The 7, 8, and 9 batters have all been able to get on base and also all score so far here today for the Jets. No ball and a strike here to Chase, as Chase will be behind the count now, 0-2. Chase with a walk and a run scored back in the third inning, as the Jets have their largest lead of the contest now at 3. The 0-2 pitch misses. It's 1-2. So the infield single, and the error does come back, and the Jets use a couple of small ball variety in terms of moving runners around. The 1-2 is hit right back to the pitcher. He'll have it here from Mueller and Maggio. 1-3 on the putout to retire the side. There was a run on a hit. There was an error and nobody left on base. We played 4 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Jets lead it by 3.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Top of the 5th inning here on yourliveevent.com on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Maggio, Osmondstad, and Keegan Peterson due up here for the Haymakers in the 5th, as this one misses outside for a ball. 3, 4, and 5 batters here for the Haymakers. Maggio is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch his last time up in inning number 1, as here's the 1-0 offering. That'll work outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Casselton did come back and win their last game against Devils Lake, being down by 3. They might have to do the same here if they want to put the Jets away, as this is a fly ball. That's got some carry to it, to the warning track, to the wall. It's gone! Carter Maggio with an opposite field solo round tripper. And Maggio gets the second run here for Casselton. That'll be a shot in the arm here for Maggio, as he gets a home run to right. As you'll now see Ryan Osmondstad. So just saying moments ago, we've seen the Haymakers come back from a 3-run deficit, and as it stands now would have to try to do the same here and try to eliminate the Jets and have a game in hand tomorrow against Devils Lake, where the Storm would have to beat the Haymakers twice in a championship. Osmondstad looking to bunt. This one goes up out of the zone. It's 1-0. On the opposite side for the Jets, if you can hang on here, pick up a win, you inch yourself one step closer to that championship tomorrow. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Missing on the hands, 2-0. Devils Lake eliminated Kindred here earlier today. So 3 teams remaining. Could be 2 after this one, or will be 2 after the noon game tomorrow, as this will run it again. And it's going to be 3-0 as Osmondstad bluffs to bunt. Nearly game in as the rain continues to pour down here. As you can see a better shot of it from our center field camera from the home plate of where we have it here in the press box. Doesn't look as bad, but the center field camera kind of gives you the more full scope of things. As this is called a strike, it's 3-1. And if it starts raining much harder than this, that's when they're going to start worrying about will there be maybe another delay here or not from VPT Field. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here to Ryan Osmondstad. As the Jets already gave up a homer to Maggio. What are they going to do here with Jack Nelson to Osmondstad? Here's the payoff pitch, and we do have a time. Time called at home plate. Home plate umpire has already been hit once today in terms of that left hand, and even that half-hour break, he maybe got a chance to ice it, little forearm down a little bit after he took a fastball. I missed both the pitcher, the batter, the catcher that was, the 3-2 pitch, and well, this one will be a hit by pitch. Osmondstad will make his way to first base here. Nelson will give up his 7th free pass of the contest, as we see it now with Keegan Peterson, and there will be a runner aboard here for Casselton. As Boutain will come on here, and this might be a pitching change. We'll see about it. And if it is, this meeting on the mound, brought to you in part by Kimner Storage, and we'll see if there is a pitching change, and it looks like it will be. We'll let you know who the new pitchers coming in next and the defensive changes around the break.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, you do have Andrew Perrault to come on. Jack Nelson, 92 pitches upcoming here. As Perrault's going to go to third base. So there you go. Perrault's going to go to third base. So Perrault goes to third base. You're going to have Sam Chase come on. Barnacle then goes to second base. Well, it still looks like you got Emineth at first and Ebling as well. The outfielders have stayed put. So do get a new pitcher coming in. So Perrault will also come from the dugout to third. And then you'll have Chase go from second to the pitcher spot. And then Barnacle will go from the third base to second here. So Chase coming on here for the Fargo Jets. This will be his first appearance in relief and also the 8th pitcher so far for the Jets used here in the state tournament. As the runner at first base in Osmondstad takes his lead. He'll stay put. This one will miss in the turf. It's now 1-0. As the rain continues to come down, and it's about as heavy as maybe it was when they called it off for a half hour. It's getting close to that same spot from earlier. Here's the 1-0. This one will get by the catcher. Beckham unable to glove it. Going to second base here is going to be Peterson. It's 2-0 on the count. And all of a sudden, I think when you're the umpires here, you're just going to start looking around and wondering again, will there be maybe one more delay coming? As it's still overcast skies here. The wind not howling by any stretch, pretty much just coming straight down from the heavens. 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Keegan Peterson. 2-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball. It's 3-0, and this also might be one where you just try to play through it as much as possible, but there has to be some discretion from the umpiring crew as well to say this is a little bit too much even on turf if and when that comes again, as this will miss for a ball. One team's got to play through the elements, so you get a walk. Chase will have his first one of the game as you get a runner here at first base and now at second base, and the umpires are going to come and talk it over again one more time. And same stuff as we said, this is about as hard as it was raining when they first had the delay, and we might have another situation on the mound currently with nobody out. You just made a pitching change. If you're the Fargo Jets, this would be a little tough because Chase just came in, and it looks like they might be calling it one more time. So we had a delay already that went from 6:38 to 7:14, and this one currently now at 7:31 when they have halted play. And if they're going to halt it again, it would be probably another half-hour delay one more time. The question becomes, at what point is too long where you have to finish this game off tomorrow? But it also makes a different situation in terms of pitchers who you can use tomorrow. If you have a day rest, they don't. So how do you work the back end of a game like this, as they will talk it over as they're bringing both teams off the field here. And now there's that conversation with both coaches right now in terms of the situation of where this game will result in. You take a look at the radar and kind of the situation it's going to be. So we played about since 6:38 when the first delay came. We were able to get through the rest of the fourth inning, and now we're here in the fifth as the rain showers continue to pop up one more time here in this contest. When you look at the radar one more time, it doesn't look as too much is coming through. So now the question becomes trying to finish this game here this evening. And if this continues to rain, where you look on the radar right now, it doesn't look like anything too horrible. Again, it's not coming down where it's just multitude of rain that makes you want to scamper and run for cover by any stretch, but it's enough to, again, even with turf, put a more delay one more time on and kind of see what happens after this. So we'll take a quick break. We'll let you know more when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd, our world certified public accountant, has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As again, currently still in a rain delay here. Nothing official on the time, but the umpiring crew sent both of the teams back to their respective dugouts, and the umpiring crew heads back to the school. Obviously, that's not going to be a good thing, as there's going to be some more time on the field. And last time it was a half hour, and it looks like it could be a similar situation once more. So 7:31 is when they paused play after you have the home run by Maggio, hit by pitch with Osmanstad, and then you saw able to get aboard there was Keegan Peterson. So again, runners at first and second base right now with nobody out. They just made the pitching change, bringing Chase in for Jack Nelson. So currently the umpires will be making their way to left center field, and we will be once more in a weather delay here from Valley Process Technologies Field. So inching closer, so to speak, to the finish line, but still a lot more baseball to be had of 3 innings just here in the regulation of where we currently are right now. So it's 4-2 in favor of the Fargo Jets, the higher seed, the home team, as we'll find out more here in just a little bit more. But right now we'll go back to our rain delay coming up slide. If you go by the last time of a half hour, you take a look here at 7:35, probably looking closer to after 8 o'clock if you go by the same as what we had last time with that half-hour delay. We're back with more after this here in Casselton. As we continue to come back here on yourliveevent.com, still in a current rain delay as it is right now. So again, as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, we are still in a pause at the moment. We have made a couple switches to our cameras. The center field cam, as you see it now, is more of a behind home plate cam to get that center field view with the pitcher and the catcher. But we will still continue to bring you more updates here on yourliveevent.com. This last delay started at 7:31, so we're about currently nearly getting closer to a half hour right now of this rain delay. As it stands, Carter Maggio hit a solo home run in the 5th inning. Ryan Osmondstad was hit by a pitch. Keegan Peterson was able to reach base. That's where we have runners at first and second right now. We'll take a quick pause. When we come back with more, we'll let you know more about any situation or any delays when we return.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassiz Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
As we come back here on yourliveevent.com, in between the different rain delays here, the first rain delay started at about 6:38. We resumed at around 7:14. The Jets were able to get out of the top half of the 4th inning. Then in the bottom of the 4th inning, they were able to plate a run across on a error and a hit, and that one run came off Harper Schultz as he was able to reach base on a single. He was able to get to second on an error. Jeremiah Beckham got him over to third base after a fly out to the right fielder in Osmondstad. And Evan Felber came in with the sacrifice fly to drive in the run there for the Fargo Jets to bring in their 4th run of the game. Sam Chase then grounded out in the 4th inning. In the top of the 5th, Carter Maggio hit an opposite field home run to right to get a run on the board for the Haymakers to make it 4-2. Then Ryan was hit by a pitch. Jack Nelson came out, and then Chase came from second base to the home, came from there to on the mound, and then he drew a walk to Keegan Peterson. Then, as we said on the broadcast, it was starting to get similar in terms of how much rain was coming down, and they decided to call it one more time at 7:31. So when they made the call, that was when they came off the field. It took a couple extra minutes, and then the umpires left. Right now, Mitch Shear, the head coach for the Haymakers, alongside Mike Boutain, the head coach of the Fargo Post 2 Jets, are making their way towards the dugout behind Casselton, and they're going to be talking with some of the game day officials here as well. I think the biggest question for any team or any player fan is, can we resume tonight? And if we do resume tonight, when? And then what happens moving forward to games tomorrow, because there could be one, if not 2 games tomorrow, pending the conclusion of this. So as an example, if this got postponed to tomorrow and then they resume this game of where it stands now, and let's say the Fargo Jets do pick up the win, they could play again against Devils Lake, then play again in the championship against the Haymakers. And similar point for Casselton, if they were to win this game and it resumes tomorrow, they could still play twice against Devils Lake potentially if they weren't able to win game number 1. So then there becomes some questions. Can you play 3 games in a day? What do you need for pitchers in terms of rest? And then do you have to push this back possibly 1 extra day to Tuesday? And you got to look at the weather forecast or what the next day or 2 brings. And tomorrow kind of looks very similar with overcast skies, spotty pop-up showers making their way throughout the course of the afternoon. The bracket as it stands right now for tomorrow would start at noon, and then they would play after that, so around noon and 2 o'clock. So you could start this game in resumption, at around 11 as an example, or you start at noon, and then everything else gets moved back. But right now, currently in a holding pattern. Opening pitch was at 5:39. Again, that's 5:39. And our first weather delay was at 6:38. Able to play for about 17 minutes between 7:14 and 7:31. 7:31 is when they called it officially. And then they were on the field for a couple minutes, went back to the school. And right now we're just kind of in a waiting mode to see, one, if it's going to be officially moved to tomorrow, or two, if they try to say, as an example, 8:20, 8:30, name your time, and we'll try to get to conclusion of this baseball game as we have 3 more innings to play at least. Who knows what extra innings has in store, as we've already played a couple of those as well, 11 and an 8-inning affair. But currently teams just kind of hanging out in the dugout. Some are tossing a football around. Others were doing some other stuff just to try to stay loose as much as they can. But again, we are currently in a holding pattern here in Casselton right now, so we'll take it to one more break. We will bring you another update around 8:15, 8:20. Once we know more, we will pass it along, but nothing official at this time, just more of we are in a wait-and-see holding pattern here in Casselton on your liveevent.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
As we come back here, the bat boy for the Haymakers making his way around third. He's coming home as he gets a nice round of applause here. And look at him slide in. Oh, that was a textbook slide. Nicely done. But right now, the respective teams are still waiting to see what's going to happen. So what we're going to do currently is recap the B, recap what happened here in the A. We're going to pitch it back then to another break. And then roughly at around 8:30, a little after 8:30, we'll keep you apprised of what's going on here today. Earlier today in the B in Park River, we had 4 games, and we're down to now 3 teams up in Park River. So Park River defeated Langdon 12-0 in 5 innings in 1 elimination game. The second elimination game earlier today saw Lytton Ashley Wishick bounce Renville County by a final of 7-5. The semifinals had Thompson over Lemoore 2-1, and then from there Park River was able to defeat Lytton Ashley Wishick in another elimination contest 5-1. So here's a schedule for tomorrow in Park River on yourliveevent.com. At 1:30, an elimination game with Park River and Lemoore. The winner to play Thompson following that at 3:30. And then, if needed, a second championship game on Tuesday at 1:30. Park River, similar to Casselton, where they have their infield is turf, then it's natural grass out in the outfield. But they got all their games in today for day 3 of the State B. Again, you can listen to that with Greg Grenz and also with him, with Brady Siebels, as the Fargo 2 Jets bat boy slides in safely to home as well. But that's a look at your schedule for the B. Earlier today here on yourliveevent.com, Kindred and Devils Lake. Devils Lake defeated Kindred by a final of 7-5. Kindred scored the first 2 runs of the game in the first with Knight and Boloski as they were able to reach. And then from there, an error that did come back and haunt Devils Lake in that inning. But the Storm scored 4 runs in the first on 4 hits. And they scored 3 runs in the second. Following that, took a 7-2 lead. Kindred scored 2 runs in the third, a run in the fourth, but that was it for scoring for the rest of the game as Devils Lake. Heilman picks up the win. Tripke picks up the save. Stanley Boloski picks up the loss here for Kindred. Trayson Beck had himself a really nice performance. An RBI double in the first, was hit by a pitch and walked in the second and the fourth. A courtesy runner for him came in and scored in that second inning as well, but Beck had a really nice performance for the Storm as well, did Heilman on the mound. So the Storm are waiting their opponent for tomorrow. It'll either be the Fargo Jets, if the Jets can hold on and win at noon. As it stands right now, barring we have anything moving of this game getting suspended until tomorrow. As it stands right now, the winner of this game would play the Devils Lake at noon. If it's the Jets, it would be another elimination contest or a de facto semifinal to get to the championship against the Haymakers. The Haymakers are automatically playing tomorrow via their 3-0 record, as they're the only 3-0 team left standing here at the State Legion Tournament. So after that, if the Jets were to win this game, they would play against Devils Lake at noon. The winner then would play the Haymakers at 2. If the Haymakers win this game, we'd have a championship game at noon tomorrow, and then if needed game to follow that. So that's a look at, again, at what happened earlier today. Currently in this one, the Jets, Jack Nelson was able to go 4 innings of work here in this contest, 2 hits, and then he did give up 2 runs, 7 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Bryce Mueller, in comparison, 4 innings of work, as he has given up 3 hits, 4 runs with 3 walks, and 1 strikeout here for the Haymakers. Currently, right now, we're still in a weather delay. Back at 7:31 roughly is when they paused the game. Took a minute or 2 and then officially went back into another delay. Our first delay was about 36 minutes or so, and this one is going to be adding on to that as we're in a wait-and-see mode. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back in about another 15 minutes or so just after the bottom of the hour and let you know any more updates that we have in store here from Casselton. But stay with us. The hope is we can get this game in some capacity tonight, then be on schedule for tomorrow, and we'll just see what Mother Nature has in store as well. We'll continue with more after this here from Casselton.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
So here's the conclusion for what we have in store. So we are going to be postponed until 10:30 tomorrow. So again, 10:30 tomorrow, we are going to suspend this game, and it'll be 10:30 in the morning of when we will start this. So 8:25 from when everything got handled in terms of the announcement, but 8:25 is where this is currently. So what we're going to do is take one more break, and then we're going to come back to a modified abbreviation Casselton Lumber post-game show. Double check the schedule for tomorrow to make sure we have everything in store for you with that information. But the game has been, again, suspended until 10:30 tomorrow morning between the Haymakers and the Jets. We're back to give you the complete rundown of what the schedule looks like tomorrow going forward after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, here's what the schedule is going to look like tomorrow. It's going to be a rolling schedule one more time. So again, a rolling schedule one more time. The game has been officially suspended until 10:30 tomorrow morning, and we will resume from where it is right now in the top of the fifth inning with the Jets, the home team in the field, with the Haymakers, the visitors, having runners at first and second base, and then it'll be a rolling schedule after that. So for Devils Lake fans wondering when they're going to play, still plan for noon. If you say it takes about a half hour, 45 minutes to play 3 innings or so, once that game gets done, it'll pretty much roll right into the Devils Lake game, whether it's Devils Lake in Fargo or Devils Lake in Casselton. And then if needed after that, if there's a championship game number 2, if Casselton can beat the Jets, then it would be a championship almost series against Devils Lake at noon. If Devils Lake wins, we'd have the second championship to follow. If the Jets hang on and win this game, then the Jets and alongside with them, Devils Lake would play at noon with the winner to play Casselton and a winner-take-all following that. So that's what the schedule looks like tomorrow. Join us for more baseball tomorrow in the morning, and join us for more baseball in the afternoon at the State B as well in Park River, as we'll have 2 games tomorrow in Park River. The 3 teams still remaining, Park River, Lemoore, and Thompson. Park River, Lemoore at 1:30, and then Thompson to follow after that in the championship against the winner of that contest. But again, tomorrow, 10:30 will be the start time of the resumption of the Jets and the Haymakers. Until tomorrow morning, we'll say goodbye for about 14 hours and see you tomorrow for a little breakfast in baseball as we begin the work week here in Casselton for Day 5 of the State A Legion Baseball Tournament. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in, and join us tomorrow for more Legion coverage here from Valley Plains Technologies Field.